Hey everybody, welcome to your Daily Smash for Wednesday, May 1st, 2024. I'm Rick.
I'm Kelly.
Mayday, Mayday, Mayday.
I go, what are you talking about?
It's Mayday, May 1st.
May Gray?
Mayday.
Mother, may I?
May we go to the Kentucky Derby, please?
Yes, we may.
And we will, and we are. While you're watching this, we'll be winging our way to the Midwest.
May I have a kiss?
Anytime, every time. We have a very busy schedule for this coming weekend. Are you aware of all the activities?
Well, our Billy Otten sent me this itinerary via text. Mm-hmm. I had a hard time grasping what we are doing.
Were you tired just reading it?
I was indeed, but can you tell us the itinerary, Rick?
Sure.
Can you read
If
it
you
for
folks
us?
are interested, we are going to the greatest 2 minutes, the fastest 2 minutes in sports is the Kentucky Derby. But leading up to it are all sorts of events. First of all, we're flying in Wednesday to Indianapolis and renting a vehicle and driving to Louisville because it's very difficult to get in and out of Kentucky on Derby weekend. So Wednesday we get there, we get settled in our house. Thursday we go grocery shopping in the morning, and we have lunch at 11:30. I'm not going to say where, but Billy's not going to lunch because he's going to be at home reading the racing form for 3 hours.
He said 3 to 4 hours.
Yes, he did.
Homework. Does that mean his homework is going to pay off?
We hope so. The other couple arrives Thursday afternoon, and then we have a dinner, an early dinner, before we go to Bender's house with some kind of local Louisville pre-Derby gathering with a bunch of, I guess, horse people. So that's Thursday night.
Our friend has a horse running in the Kentucky.
Billy does.
Yeah, Billy does.
No, well, he's not running in the race, is he?
I think his horse is.
One of the earlier races, like on Friday?
I don't know. I have no idea. I can barely read this.
Well, on Friday is the Kentucky Oaks. That's the set of races the day before the Kentucky Derby. Post time, first race, 10:30. We're leaving at 9:45 a.m. to drive to the track. But he said Friday is still an 8-hour day. We won't leave the track until about 6:15 to head home. Now, they made dinner reservations Friday night. I'm still hoping to get a last minute.
I'm tired right now. I'm tired even reading this.
I'm still hoping for a last-minute invitation to the Barnstable Brown event, but most likely we're not going to get in. So we have a dinner reservation Friday night. You won't be hungry, I already know. Saturday?
I just ate a crap load just today at Cafe R&D with my mom and Rick. I mean, I ate like I never... Well, I guess I didn't eat all day. I was starving. Got our nails did, my mom and I. And...
Oh, pretty color. I didn't even notice.
We ate at 1 o'clock or 2.
It was 2.
I waited to eat. I intermittent fast.
Yeah.
And that's the problem with intermittent fasting. Like, I was so hungry. I was starving. Well, I guess I had a half of the chicken sandwich because I gave you the other half. Mm-hmm. So my mom and I always split. She had a half a sandwich. I always eat, what is that, a quarter of a sandwich?
Yeah, you only ate a quarter. And
But
you had a little bit of my salad.
And I had a little bit of your salad, and then I had maybe 4 bites of the carrot cake.
And a few French fries, right?
No. Oh, yeah. I had I eat whatever I want to eat. People are like, what are your diet tips? I eat whatever I want to eat. I just eat very little of it.
In small doses.
Small doses.
Yeah.
That's the trick. That's the key.
It is. Mm-hmm. So Saturday is the 150th Kentucky Derby Run for the Roses. First race, 10:30, 14 races. They have a hairdresser coming to the house from 7:30 to 10 a.m., and the girls will take turns.
That's the problem. She's like, they're going to do our makeup. I don't want people doing my makeup.
Okay, well then do it yourself.
When people do my makeup, I look like a drag queen.
Billy's getting a short trim, in case you were wondering, from the hair person.
Okay.
And then he'll be studying his racing form again for 3 hours. Rick and Miles are grabbing breakfast for everyone, or we eat at home. And then we're Ubering to the races. We will leave around 11 a.m., pending weather, but now it looks like it might actually rain.
Wait, can I just ask you a question?
Yes.
And I'm probably really dumb at this. It's probably a dumb question. Why is he studying 3 to 4 hours on something? Like, why don't you just pick. Just pick the long shot, and that's how you really win money. Like, what are you studying for?
Well,
like studying for what? To do a trifecta?
The true handicappers are looking at every race, every horse, every jockey, the performance of each horse on
come here, Mom. Come say hi. Come here.
The performance of a
Come
horse.
say hi real quick. Show them your nails. Oh,
What's up,
everyone
Bobby?
misses Bobby. Come here, Mama. Mamacita.
There she
Say
is.
hi. Everybody wants to know how you're feeling. How you're doing, Mom? No,
Lean
you have to
in.
get down.
You have to put your head down. There you go.
Oh, I'm doing way better.
You
broke
are?
3 ribs. I was on my way coming over here, and I fell back on my head,
Your
on the back
bedpost.
of my bed, and I broke my ribs.
Ouch.
But you seem to be fine.
But I'm better, a whole lot better.
You're moving better. You sound
Yeah.
better. You look better.
Thank you, everybody. And I want to shout out to Mary for that blanket. Oh my God.
Oh, yeah.
Mary McDonald,
Mary McDonald.
thank you for making that
You
beautiful
are
blanket for my mom.
awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Aw, that is
What a
so
great
nice.
blanket she made. She made several blankets.
She has 5 blankets.
Did you
Thank
enjoy
you.
lunch today, Bobby?
I did.
She says she's like any Hillstone. I love any Hillstone.
Was that what you said?
It's true.
I like Banderas. I like the
Houston's.
Mm-hmm.
Houston's. I like them all.
What do you like at Houston's? What's your favorite thing?
Oh,
Me, you, and Nana used to get the artichoke dip.
that's the best. I love it.
Uh-huh.
But
You like the French dip.
I thought you were gonna say French dip.
That's what she likes.
Yeah.
But today we had the crispy chicken sandwich.
That was so
It
good.
was so good.
Their fries are amazing. All right, back to the show now.
All right.
It
Say
was
bye.
nice seeing everybody. Thank you very, very much for everything. Thank
For your
you.
well wishes.
Thanks for the
Yeah,
drop
for all
in.
your well wishes.
Thanks
Thank
for the
you.
drop in, Mom.
Anyway, they look at how the horses perform on similar track conditions against other horses. Different. There's all sort of variables that they look at.
You remember how I won $400 on that scratcher? And
Yeah.
I just scratched the bottom of it and just don't waste time on the other minutia. And just take it right in.
Yeah.
I'm just going to straight for the long shots.
Okay. Well,
That's if you're really going to truly win at one of these things, you got to pick a long shot as far as I'm concerned.
well, what we should do is track your progress versus his progress.
Yeah,
the
let's do
expert
that.
handicapper versus you knowing
Yeah.
nothing and not giving a crap and just picking whatever horse you like, color, shape, number, odds, however you want to choose them.
Okay, so you see he says studying for 3 to 4 hours. And then he has another day of
Yep.
studying for another 3 to 4 hours.
It's Kelly
And
versus Bobby.
Let's see. ASU versus Harvard.
Right. There is a party Saturday night after the races. Billy says he's been there 10 times. And there'll be drinks and dancing until 1:30 in the morning. I don't know. Like,
I don't
it's a
think we can do that.
long day at the track. And no matter how much you pace yourself, but he's saying it's a marathon, not a sprint. Don't drink too much early. Yeah, whatever. Like, we're there for the race. We're not
What did
there
I
for
say?
the after party.
A rookie mistake? Is,
Right. Rookie mistake would be drinking too much too early and not even remembering the Derby. I've been there. I've gotten hammered at this thing. But he's been
I've
there
never been, but I can tell you, I'm too old to be like doing that.
Yeah.
I can't drink during the day, and I'd be like Dorinda. I need to take a midnight or daytime sleep.
I'm just looking forward to sharing this experience with you, my love.
Yes, it's a bucket list thing.
Yeah.
This is pretty cool. I
And
know you've been a lot, but I'm excited. Thank you for taking me.
Of course.
Yeah.
It's an experience for us, for the ages. I want to mention Ilya Wine sponsors our show, in case you forgot. Here's some Ilya right here that my beautiful wife will showcase for you.
That's what Shane always makes fun of you when you say my beautiful wife, Kelly.
Oh, that's why he's my beautiful wife, Kelly.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does make fun of me. And I deserve it, and I can take it. Ilya wine is made in Spain but designed in New York. The coolest bottles and the best tasting varieties of wine that you could ever imagine. And they can be delivered right to your door. Free shipping when you order 3 bottles or more at Ilia.com. You don't need a discount code. Just go to Ilia.com and pick out your favorite wines and order them. And as long as you buy 3 or more bottles, the delivery is free. They also have a beautiful candle that we discussed before that you're going to love the scent. And no, it's not going to break because that was a different candle. It wasn't an Ilia candle. It was a non-Ilia candle.
Jesus, ship us another one.
The Ilia candles. Yes. Layla, I know you watch. Can you please send us another candle? And we might need some more wine while we're at it.
And then I'll put the candle up to the phone.
Yes.
Because there is smell-o-vision.
We'll show it to everyone. So go to Ilia.com, get some wine. You support us by supporting Ilia, which is a small business, female run, and we all win because you get a great wine delivered to your front door. I went on a rant yesterday, and apparently a lot of people liked it.
I'm shocked. People get mad. I didn't really hear one negative. I mean, we read a couple I think you're going to touch base on. But
I have some comments, yes.
Okay.
But I have some follow-up thoughts as well. And one of them is, if you were watching the news, if you've been watching, you see that the protesters who took over Columbia University and were camped out on their campus and weren't kicked out and arrested like the president said she was going to do if they didn't disband by 2 p.m. She didn't lock them up. She didn't bring in the cops. They let them stay. And you know what happened that night? They stormed one of the buildings on campus, broke in, smashed windows, broke in, harassed maintenance workers, anyone who was caught inside.
Okay, but if you do that and they call it an insurrection, right?
And then they took over the building and they won't leave. I mean, talk about a nightmare. And it never would have happened if they had kept their word, Columbia University officials, and disbanded the whole thing. It also never would have happened if they had not allowed them to rebuild their tent encampment after they disbanded it the first time. So what are they thinking about? What are they doing? Why are they capitulating to these jerks? And in many cases, I believe, are not actual students at the school. They're paid agitators, and they're out of line, and they're criminals. This is criminal behavior. Are they peaceful protests? Really? We all know the truth now. They're not. And there's an agenda at play here. And you should ask yourself, what's the agenda? Do these kids really care about this cause? All these kids? Where were they 6 months ago? Where were they a year ago? Why are they protesting now? They're protesting because they're getting paid, or the leaders are getting paid. People are getting paid to put on these protests. Who's paying for all the tents? Who's paying for all the food and drink that they're enjoying?
Terrorists.
And meanwhile, you have students, and I have a story about this later, who can't get breakfast. They're not being allowed on campus, or the breakfast hall is closed. They have a meal card. They don't have cash. They're college kids on a budget, and they can't eat because these jerks have taken over the campus, and the administrators are too scared to do anything about it. And your friend Steven sent us an audio clip from a parent of a student at UCLA who tried to get in the library, Jewish student. They wouldn't let him in.
Can we play that? Let's play that.
You want to play that here?
I want to play that here.
Okay.
Listen to this.
Here's the clip.
He's Jewish, he cannot enter that area, and that they won't issue him a wristband.
So that wasn't a university thing. That's probably the protesters that are out there.
Right. So are the protesters allowed to not allow a student who pays tuition access to their class in the library?
No, they're not allowed, but unfortunately they have kind of taken over that little area right there. But is there any other entrance that your son can enter through?
No, they are barricading every area for him to get into. And you know, with all due respect, why is that even tolerated? Like, why should a Jewish kid have to go to another entrance?
It's not. I don't know if I'm going to say it's tolerated, but unfortunately the police are not intervening with that right now. And this is coming from the university, so if you had any questions or concern, you would take it with the university itself.
So the university has taken a stance that they will not, in fact, allow or help Jewish students get to their classes. That this is going to be tolerated.
They have. We've received a directive to not intervene at this time. Yes.
And at what point, have they given a directive to you at what point you should intervene?
As far as right now, no.
Okay. Is there anything we can do as concerned parents about...
I would suggest contacting the chancellor's office or higher ups in the university with your concerns. I do have a phone number, but I don't know if they're going to answer, if they're going to have a different answer, but I can give you a phone number.
Yeah, could you give me that number?
310 825 2563, and you can ask your questions and express your concerns there and see if they have an answer for you.
Okay, lastly, just so I know, at what point does UCPD get involved? Because if my child's safety...
So if your son needs police assistance, and of course he can contact us.
So I'm calling and saying he needs police assistance to get into his class, that people aren't letting him into his class.
We're not forcing them to move out of the area. That's what, if he needs, like if he's getting attacked or he has a police concern, then yes, but the fact that it's just blocked off, they're not intervening with that right now.
So if he physically gets attacked, at that point we should contact you.
All I'm saying is we're not unblocking the entrances.
So you're allowing the protesters to block the Jewish students from going?
I'm not allowing it.
Yeah.
The school is.
It is absolutely disgusting. I mean, here's a parent who has no recourse. Sorry, they're not going to answer the phone if you call. You can call, but they're not going to answer the phone. And there's nothing I can do about it. We're not going to shut down the people who are trying to shut down one of the buildings on campus, the library. The kids can't go study unless these jerks at the door will let them in or not. How can they let that go on? Where's campus police? Where's the LA police? Where's the NYPD? You know where they are? They're standing on the sidelines because Columbia won't call them in. It's private property. Again, are you kidding me? Shut it down. Shut it down for the sake of the students, for the sake of the university. You have all these alumni who 2,000 of them wrote a letter to the school saying you need to get this under control right now. This is the end of higher learning as we know it, in my opinion. There's no incentive now to send your kid to school knowing this is what they're going to have to deal with. You're going to spend $90,000 on an education per year, and they can't even go to class if someone decides to disrupt the whole campus, and they won't do anything about it? Sorry. Another rant.
I smell weed. I bet you my mom is down there smoking.
Oh, yeah.
I have the windows open. Oh, do you hear her coughing?
She must be.
Oh, Rick took her to the weed store yesterday to get us some Puff Give.
Because she's in pain. And she said that was the one thing that helped her.
Legit like a skunk.
I
don't know how anyone can take that smell. It's so gross.
Aaron Zalapa. I'm a gay guy, and I can't believe gays support Palestine Hamas. I believe Israel has the right to defend themselves. I'm Hispanic. I don't have a horse in this race. But on this, I support Israel since it's the only country in the Middle East who supports freedom.
Good job. Well said.
Lauren B. Hatachara.
Give us a $10 tip.
Thanks, Lauren. Thanks. You spoke the truth and will probably be demonetized for speaking it. Enjoy your show over my morning coffee. Thank you for the morning coffee that you gave us.
And then somebody
Lauren
said, I never see other people talk like this on YouTube and they don't get demonetized. How do you know? I can tell you for sure you do. When you speak on the right, you get demonetized. How do you know they're not getting demonetized? Because they don't complain about it?
Lauren 4440. Wow, Rick, great job. Your explanation was dead on. Love you guys. Golden Girl said, Rick, I have never voted for a Republican yet, but if you ran for president, I would definitely consider voting for you.
That is hilarious.
You think I should run for president?
We get to run for governor first. And I think our buddy Steven.
Yeah. He's running in 2026.
He's running 2026. He's got a good head on his shoulder. He's a businessman. Mm-hmm. He wants to fix California.
Maybe I could be his lieutenant governor.
Yeah. Could you do that?
I could be on the ticket.
Could you be on the ballot?
Perhaps. Arif Kajik. Hello, Rick and Kelly. I love you both. Kelly, I know that you have not been on RHOC for almost 3 seasons. Can you give us some exclusive filming schedules and more? And Kelly wrote, I want to read.
Read it.
I don't know, and I don't care. I'm not interested in that disgusting bio show.
I'm out. Sorry. I hear from everyone what goes on, and it goes in one ear and out the other.
Yeah.
It's a disgusting, vile show. You guys see what's on there. It's, that Jen and that weirdo boyfriend, they're getting engaged at the end of the party. I hear what's going on, but I'm not going to watch this season. Tamara just is disgusting, vile human being. They're beating up on Shannon, which is disgusting. Gina's got the same old story. Okay, like nothing's going on there. It's a bunch of misfits. Why would I want to watch a bunch of misfits? All of them are just like, it's disgusting.
We moved on.
I moved on.
Kelly moved on, and we moved on.
And then we have the Dubrows that act like they're all high and mighty, and they have a transgender 12-year-old. I don't know even how it's called a tomboy.
I got it. Don't knock it around because I'm sorry.
I'm not going to watch that dysfunctional garbage. We already have dysfunctional stuff on the news. Why would I want to see that?
Yeah. Good
I
answer.
like dysfunction. I just don't like that show anymore. I'm out. Now, somebody wants us to watch New Jersey and recap it, and I probably will because I know everybody on that show, and that's so far away. I'll watch that.
Yeah, I will too. That's entertainment.
Yeah.
Julie Rathjen, 9658. Rick, I have a question about Hamas. Why would they elect them? Are they forced? Much like the people in Russia who seem to always be forced to put Putin in charge. I just wondered if you knew. And what I wrote back was something to the effect of there may have been pressure, very well likely was pressure on them to vote for Hamas. But back in the day when they first put Hamas in charge, they didn't have to. It was an open election, and they could have elected anyone. And I think because there's so much hatred toward Israel and the Palestinian territories, and Hamas represented the strength that they all wanted and felt they needed, someone who wasn't afraid to stand up to Israel, that they did put them in power, willingly put them in power. And maybe now they can't unelect them. But at some point they decided that was the direction they wanted to go in, and that's where they wound up. And I'll say it again, the protests on these campuses should be against Hamas. You can support the Palestinians, but you can't support Hamas. And you can't, if you're saying from the river to the sea, Palestine shall be free, you're basically saying that, calling for the elimination of Israel. And when you support Hamas, you're supporting terrorists who murdered and kidnapped people, innocent people. So it's not the same thing. And it's misguided. And again, I don't think these kids know what they're protesting against.
It's a bunch of freaking sheeples.
On another subject, Rose Burke said, I cannot believe you mentioned missing forks. I'm going through the same thing with my son, but with spoons. He loves to eat ice cream in his room, and then his lazy ass leaves the spoon in the empty container. And then when throwing out the container, also goes the spoon. Me and his dad and sister were baffled for a long time and afraid maybe he was doing something else with it, but knew he wasn't. I just ordered all new spoons.
Wait, stop. You were afraid he was doing something with the spoon? Like what?
Well, there could be drug applications.
Oh, I was thinking like anally.
Ooh. I
don't know why. But it's because my mom was a nurse in the emergency room, and she used to see weird things go up people's butts, like an eggplant, like a light bulb.
Interesting.
Like there was all kinds of like weird things people would put up people's butts.
Well, I don't know if people are putting spoons.
I should
Maybe
have
he
my
is
mom
putting
talk
spoons up his
about
butt.
that.
But
Yeah.
couldn't you just use it again? Just wash it off?
Oh yeah, I didn't even think of drug use. Didn't even think of that. Sorry.
I just ordered all new spoons and forks and ice cream spoons. Nice to know it's not just us. Funny, but not funny. I told him I'm charging him for any other missing utensils. Love you guys. Someone else said that their kid would take a fork with their lunch and drive off.
That's what Julie does. I know she does that because I've caught a couple of them in there, and I just didn't want to tell you.
University of Chapel Hill raised a Palestinian flag. Baby Dish sent us that photo. Oh, instead of the American flag. What's wrong with you? Like, what are you doing? This is America.
This is America. This isn't Palestine.
Are you kidding me? You want to live under the Palestinian flag? I encourage you to go to the Palestinian territories and hang out there and see how you like it. And listen, I want them to have a better way of life. I do, very much so. But we're in America, okay? The American flag is... The only reason you're allowed to protest is because you're in America. So be proud of the American flag because it represents the freedom that you enjoy.
Right. Exactly. These people are such idiots.
This flag represents oppression, okay? It doesn't represent freedom. And if you went to Palestine or knew anything about it, you'd know better. Okay? Mm-hmm. Laura Moore, Rick, best show you guys have made on YouTube. I have never related more to a subject from you guys. Lots of love. By the way, love that candle. What's the name of the brand? I would definitely keep the jar afterwards as well. Kelly, looks beautiful.
It's a diptyque. Diptyque. Diptyque.
A Zavala. Here, Rick. I 100% agree with you. I love you both. Great liberating show today because you thoroughly expressed my feelings. The current climate in America is just as you say. The Mamala remark was so juvenile, as is typical of her supporters. Mindless babblers. I have great respect for Rick's knowledge and really enjoy his take on things. Kelly, you practically repeat my thoughts verbatim. Not kidding. Smashing it.
Thank you.
See, you're the voice of the people.
No, you're the voice of the people.
We are the voice of the people.
America.
America. I'm not even going to read that one. I have an in the news item.
Oh, okay, great.
In the news.
In the news.
It's more Columbia. Sorry. Columbia students denied access to dining halls and food as pro-terror rioters forced campus lockdowns. Furious Columbia University students said they were being denied access to dining halls and food on Tuesday after violent pro-terror rioters broke into an academic building and forced the Ivy League campus into lockdown. Only students residing in dorms on the Morningside Heights campus and essential staff are being allowed in as of Tuesday morning. They're turning us away, a frustrated student told the New York Post. We are low-income students. We rely on Columbia dining service to eat, especially at the end of the semester. I just want to sustain my brain while I do my work. And, just to remind people, all Columbia has to do is call in the NYPD, and they will handle it. They will arrest the people who are trespassing, arrest the people who aren't supposed to be there, arrest the people who broke into the building and smashed glass. They all deserve to be arrested. They're talking about, they face expulsion. Okay, that's just the beginning, expulsion. Windows broke into a building, we're holding people captive for a short amounts of time and then refuse to leave? That's beyond basic trespassing. That's a criminal behavior. Those are criminal acts. Lock them up. Enough. Lock them up. Zero tolerance from now on. Across America.
America.
Can I get an amen?
Amen.
That's enough ranting for one day, don't you think?
I like your rants. I like sitting back and listening to you talk.
Tomorrow it's on
smart.
you. Thank you, honey. We hope you enjoyed our smash. On this Wednesday, we will be traveling. But at some point, Wednesday, probably evening, when we get to the house, we'll be
doing our Patreon.
And our show for Thursday.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So we got to focus on that coming up.
Okay.
In the meantime, if you have a pick for a horse, please send it our way. And we appreciate your support very much.
Y'all, thank you guys. Have a smash-tastic day. You guys seriously are really, really sweet and kind for writing the nicest messages. Thank you very much.
Take care.